All right. Oh man. Whew. Just gonna wait for everyone to get in once again. I do have COVID, so for anyone who gets in, I do have COVID, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right. There you are. There you are. We got the first one in. I have not streamed or made videos in a long time because I got COVID. I did. I got COVID, which is kind of messed up. So I still have it. So that's why it's a short stream because I still have COVID, but I wanted to stream for like, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour or something. I will once COVID, dissipates and everything, I will do another stream though, for sure. I need I need another character to scale. And I honestly, low key, I don't want to do like actual power scaling for a long time. Because at some point, I'll do some. Probably. I mean, I can scale, so I'll do some at some point, maybe. Who knows? But, I mean, right now is not the time to start scaling. Even if I wanted to, right now is not the time. Like, I'm sure everyone in the chat has seen the Seth the Programmer stuff, right? Like, now that whole community of, like, just, like, power scalers look like, look like child molesters and just bullies who steal IP addresses, bro. I do not want to get into that community, man. So I'm glad that I've only scaled memes up to this point. Because, I mean, I obviously, I don't think anyone in my community is ridiculously toxic, any of that. I haven't created a Discord where we, like, debate things. Yeah, so, I mean, we're good. This whole community, it's not that big, but we're good. But, like, if I had actually built a community off of, like, actual, like, oh, Goku versus Saitama, I would not be looking great right now. And it's so dumb because I mean I'm sure everyone here has watched his videos. Like let's be 100% real. If you're at all in the power scaling community, you've watched his videos before, and they were pretty decent. But like now that we know he didn't even write his videos, didn't edit them, like I don't know how to feel. And I've seen people in the comments of some of the stuff being like, "Oh, hopefully he comes back. Hopefully he makes videos more. I'm gonna keep watching them." Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna keep watching them because from everything that I learned about the situation, he wasn't even writing his own videos. He couldn't even edit his own videos. And let's be 100% real. If he can't edit his own videos, who is watching it? Like for Seth the Programmer, right? If he is like if he's not editing or writing his own videos, now that he's been exposed, I really don't see anyone, even for money, editing his videos or writing scripts for him. So unless he learns how to do all of that, which it doesn't appear that he has any clue how to do. I mean, it's kind of just GG for his channel. I'm not gonna watch movie maker style content. Like I might as well just watch some random person with 20k subs. Let's be 100% real. Some random power scaler with 20k subs will do a better job than him at this point. Because he didn't even write his own stuff. He didn't edit his own stuff. Seth versus EDP. I mean, it's close. It's close. Let's be 100% real. I'm pretty sure that EDP being... Actually, it's not close. EDP being like the Discord mod that he is, I don't think Seth could stand up to his stench. I mean, maybe he could. I don't know. Maybe he stinks even worse than EDP. Who knows? There's a lot of questions at that matchup. I think we've seen more from EDP, and EDP honestly has a better work ethic. Let's be 100% real. Even though I don't like EDP at all, right? At least there's some credit you can give EDP for trying to get back every single time. Like, he has a TikTok now, right? Like, EDP has tried his hardest to come back to the internet. I don't say Seth doesn't have a work ethic, bro. This man takes like a month to upload. I mean, he had that one like stretch where he was uploading like every other day, but like other than that, he doesn't upload and he doesn't even make his own stuff. So honestly, it might go to EDP via his endurance and work ethic. Seth weeping right now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do. Yeah. Oh yeah, Seth will make someone edit EDP out of existence, and he won't even try to fight back. I mean, he could definitely dox EDP and all that. Oh yeah, he could find EDP as well. He's got his goons. I don't think EDP has goons. So Seth might just jump EDP with like multiple people backing him because I'm sure he still has people backing him. It's ridiculous. There are still fans who are backing him. Where EDP, I don't really see EDP having any fans backing him. I think that's the major difference. Yeah, and all Seth really has, from all that I know, he's really just a really good Dragon Ball scaler and a decent Naruto scaler. That's other than I think those are the only ones that he really knew what he was talking about from what I heard, like to the extent of being worthy of all of his subs, right? Like of course he kind of has an idea of what he's talking about the other series, but I wouldn't expect someone like him to, well, I mean, I would expect someone like him to have like a whole ton of knowledge about all these series because he has 900k subs. Whereas from everything I've heard, he's a really good Dragon Ball scaler and a decent Naruto scaler, right? So I don't know how he's gonna live up to all 900k subs. To be honest, EDP got more fans because Pac God packed him. Yeah, I don't know. Does that equate? I mean, maybe. I guess EDP might have some fans. I don't know. Some interesting fans. Man, I did get COVID, so this is a little bit messed up, but that's why it's a short stream, and I still have a little bit of it. I can make like a 30 minutes to an hour of stream time. There's not much to talk about either. I mean, I might as well talk about Seth here because, like, yeah, I'm technically a power scaler, so it's probably worth talking about one of the biggest staples. Just making sure that you guys know that I'm not like one of his goons or something, right? But I don't necessarily want to talk about it that much. There's so many videos that people have. I was considering making a video, but like, what's the point? I didn't want to like, and honestly, I was concerned that he'd like come after me, because like if I was talking about Andrew Tate, I don't think Andrew Tate would care. If I was talking about anyone like that, of course they're not gonna care. Sneeko isn't gonna give a damn, right? But like Seth the programmer, if like one of his goons saw my video, like I got let's say a 300 views, and he was like, "All right, let's dox this guy," I could actually see that happening. So I didn't even want to talk about the situation, right? Because I would not put it past him for someone in his Discord to like send him it and then have him like throw a team up to just get me out of there. And since I don't have any fans, it's just GG. So I didn't even honestly want to make a video. At the same time, I'm not a drama guy. Like I have fun watching Moist Critical videos and all that, but I don't want to be part of that drama. If I can stay away from drama, I will stay away from drama. I don't need to grow my channel via talking about Seth the Programmer. I don't need to make. I see people making like YouTube shorts and everything. I don't need to do that. I don't need to make a video. I can grow my channel on my own. I'm confident in that. All good. The YouTubers I watch are exposed for horrendous stuff. Yeah, it's so weird. No, it's actually. You know what? It's actually not weird because I'm gonna tell you something right now. Someone who is on YouTube all day, posts their videos, is probably online a lot of the time, right? So my guess is that at first, when they start making their videos, because obviously most YouTubers have been making videos for 5 years plus, so even more, probably 10 years, a lot of them. I've made videos for like 5 years plus, but I guarantee you most YouTubers have made it for 5 to 10 years, right? I think for the first few years, at least, I mean, I have morals, right? But like, I think a lot of people, especially when they get famous, for the first few years, they keep their morals and all that. But eventually, with them being online, seeing all of that stuff, and trying to get views, I mean, they're working for money. They really do need that money, right? So they start to get this idea of, oh, I got to do everything for money. And then they get this idea from their fan base that they're such they're such an important person and they can kind of do whatever they want. And since they're online and they see all of this terrible stuff, because a whole ton of horrible stuff happens online, I think when you're online, you don't really think of it as real life. Like in real life, I really don't see a lot of these YouTubers who like contact 16-year-olds. I don't see them ever talking to a 16-year-old like that in real life. But I think because it's online, they kind of just assume, oh, it's not nearly as bad. And because they're online all the time, they just don't care. I mean, I have COVID. I might be a little bit confused. My point might not be 100% there, but I think a lot of YouTubers just, they lose a lot of their conscience just trying to grind for views and everything. Because they have to talk about stuff that they don't want to talk about. They have to do all that. They're just grinding for money. I'd try to never do that. I would try to never do that, but I mean, if you really want to make it, you got to do some terrible stuff. And honestly, or a lot of people do. I mean, Mr. Beast, he didn't really do anything terrible, but a lot of people have to to buy bots, all that to get to this point. And in real life, that's actually the case too. Like, if you look at what rich people do behind the scenes, there is some terrible stuff that they have to do to get rich. After the biggest of becomes big, time to add to the groomer list. I would never do something like that. It's just disgusting. That's what it is. It's just disgusting. Like, it just shows that you can't pull anything. How are you going to go for a six? You know what? It's embarrassing. Oh, I have 1 million fans. 100K of them are women. But surprise, surprise, even though 50K of my fans are 18 plus, I still go for the 16-year-old. Like, it's just embarrassing. You know how many chances you have as someone who's famous on YouTube and you go for the 16-year-old? Come on now, dog. Come on. Come on. I'm going to miss this one, but be sure to watch it later. Have a good stream. All right. This stream is only going to go for like 30 minutes to an hour. So, it's not going to be that long of a stream. I'll try to stream again this next upcoming week. So, what character? I want to scale another character, but I just don't know what to scale. I'm thinking of what's this random? How do you pronounce it? Arjunbai, whatever his name is. How do you pronounce that? I don't know. It's the dude who's like that Sigma who you like see the edits of all the time. He's interacted with like the Ohio Final Boss and everything, so I wonder if I could actually scale him. Maybe. I could also, low-key, I could also go after like some of the YouTube Shorts YouTubers. Like, especially like Michael Rosen. Like, I'm just thinking, like, he writes those stories, right? And in his stories, he's like insanely strong sometimes. Am I wrong? That actually be interesting. To scale Michael Rosen based off his stories. What do you think? What do you guys? I don't know if you watch him, but I think that low-key might be a cool video to make. I don't know though. I don't know. Oh man. Yeah, I'd probably go after like Michael Rosen, to be honest, because out of all the YouTube Shorts YouTubers, and I mean he probably does TikToks too. There's just like a few YouTube Short users who are cool and stuff, and he's one of them. Out of all of them, and that's like definitely in my line of scaling for sure. So out of all of them, there's the what's his name? Oh man, I don't know if I'll remember him, but he also makes like skits and stuff. To be honest, I don't know if I'll get his name here. Oh yeah, Scion 2. Yeah, he makes skits as well. I could probably scale him. I could probably scale Scion too as well. Master Oogway and Man Like Isaac in one village. I don't. Master Oogway would probably. I mean, I could scale Man Like Isaac maybe. It'd be hard to scale Master Oogway though, because all he really does now is just like promote his like dumb crypto game. Like he low key fell off, to be honest. If I was gonna scale Master Oogway, I would probably just scale Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda, to be honest. Because I don't even know what to scale, man. Yeah, like, oh man. Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, you hear that. He just does these reactions and everything. He just reacts to like Bayashi and all that. Does his Sigma videos. He doesn't really do much, to be honest. He used to do so much more. So that is, see, that's why I'm thinking of that's why I'm thinking of Michael Rosen instead. Oh, Michael Rosen. I have COVID. I had the wrong name the whole time. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Wait, I had the whole wrong name there. I mean, I could scale Michael Rosen as well. What's his name again? Oh my gosh. No, I have the wrong name. Oh my goodness. That's kind of embarrassing, but I mean, I have COVID, so I'm not going to trip. Cuz even though that is slightly embarrassing, I cannot fully focus. So I don't even mind getting his name wrong like that, to be honest. Oh, Michael Storin. Ah ha ha! There it is. How I mix those two up, who knows? Who knows? But he has actual stories where he actually does stuff. You know what I mean? Like it'd be so much easier to scale Michael Storin than it would be to scale like Master Oogway or something. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I mixed those two up. No, you know what? I can. I have COVID. I don't know. I don't know. Can you even scale Pat God or Master Oogway fell off harder than I show speed memes? Yeah, I mean, you could scale Pat God as well. If I was going to take a guess right now, anyone who he's beat, he would scale above. So he'd scale above I show speed and all that. That's my guess. Who has he? He also can pack Discord mods. So he doesn't have to worry about the stench buff. Like he can just deal with it. Yeah, I show speed, EDP. Yeah. So he would scale above I show speed is what he would do. Yeah, Master Oogway fell off so hard, man. I don't understand. Like, it makes no sense. Why did this man just full straight up just like switch up fully to like why did this man straight up just like fully switch up from like an actually interesting good creator to like just promote my crypto scam every 2 seconds? I just don't understand, and it's so boring, man. It's so boring. Ooh, Zira-chan released a video. You guys wanna? We should probably watch that. I'm gonna pull that up. Yeah, I might as well watch that. It's not about meme power scaling, but it's about the power scaling community in general. So I might as well just do it. Yeah, Pack God is stronger than Seth. I mean, technically speaking, Seth did kind of mess with Pack God for a second on stream, but yeah, outside of that, no, he didn't really. And Pack God was the one who basically technically, kind of put Seth in his grave. You know, Keemstar Star and Pack God kind of put him in his grave. So he should, and the fact that he scales to I show speed should, and then obviously, like I said, EDP, scales to Seth, and Pack God scales above EDP. And at the same time, as Seth was able to mess with Pack God a little bit, Pack God wasn't even in his actual Pack God form, like wasn't in his God form. So like he was just kind of average, just random guy at that point. So he should. Okay. So I honestly don't really think that it even changes anything, to be honest. Pack God scales way above Seth the Programmer in his like actual packing form. Yeah, I have heard of the Jack guy. Oh yeah, he makes stories as well. Okay. I just don't watch him that much. I've subscribed to him, but I've watched him like a few times. So I could definitely scale him as well. Maybe that's a series that I do. Like I go through and just scale all the YouTube shorts, like story YouTubers and stuff. I mean, I don't know if they post on TikTok or not. I'm not on there that much. I'm not even on YouTube Shorts that much. It's just that I know about these guys because of the community. All right, I wanna pull up Ohio Final Boss TikToks. I wanna quickly take a look at that because you know they're important. He has posted some more stuff, so might as well.
Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club. Gentlemen.
Pretty sure Jack is 2 times more powerful than Michael Storin. He might be. I have seen some ridiculous stuff. Like from what I've seen, he is incredibly powerful. But it's just those two are like the ones that I was just like homing in on, right? Those were the ones that I was homing in on because, or like Michael Storin in particular at first, because I knew he did like the stories and stuff, and he didn't make as many of them, so like I could get it done. All right, so this one I don't even know what the point of this was, just to show that this dude can face off the Ohio Final Boss.
Welcome to Fight Club.
I don't know. I don't really think he can though. Just think the Ohio Final Boss is just trying to like. I don't even think the Ohio Final Boss is using his spiritual pressure at this point. So. I mean, that's just my opinion though.
Do it. Do it.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Do it.
Yeah, this is looking like a new arc, is it not? Hmm. 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 All right. He has now strengthened his resolve. So most likely we will see a new power up soon. But this is the most recent one, so I mean not yet. Not yet. Oh, is this a remake? One of his originals? You see this right here is him trying to throw us off. See, he's trying to show us, he's realized that we now know who he is and what his power is. You know, the Detroit Devil understands that he has a ridiculous amount of power and tries to cancel, or tries to copy him. Not cancel him, copy him. So now he shows us this to throw us off and make us think that he's not real. He doesn't have any of the powers or anything when he actually does. You see this? He's trying to debunk himself. But we are not going to fall for this. We will stay focused. What? I mean, he just hired more henchmen. How many henchmen does he have at this point? He should have one, two. He should have at least 6 henchmen who are base level. 6 henchmen are relative to him in base potentially. Whoa. 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 Hmm. Hmm. I mean, honestly, at this point, for weaker characters, I don't even think he has to pull up. He can just send one of his henchmen to do it for him. I do not like this music, though. No offense. I don't know, like, okay, so this part, like, the melody behind it is, like, nice, but got some, like, what do you call that? You know, like Tobu, the guy who makes like the Roblox music, the like vocals he uses for his stuff, got that in the as the undertone. I did not like that. What? Whoa! Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we expected. I did not expect this guy to be able to beat the Ohio Final Boss, and that's base form too. Probably at like 0.1% power. Hello, Kenny. Bro, it's so dumb, man. Yeah, but he can absolutely body this man. I've seen this man a little bit, but he is not standing a chance against the Ohio Final Boss, to be honest. Oh, I missed that. Well, I had COVID, so I had a reason to miss it. Wait, what happened? Wait, what happened? Something happened on that stream. Something happened on that stream, that's all I'm gonna say. Alright, it's just wholesome. Is there more? Probably not. That's what I'm guessing. Have we seen this? Oh, we haven't. Ooh! The Ohio Final Boss is just confused. Alright. Alright, there we are. We got all of those done. If you're in Pokemon in your composite form, but you're being hunted down by Arceus and create Trio, what will you do? I don't... Oh, in my composite form? Alright, so, to be honest, if I'm in my composite form, it's just GG. Like, if I'm the manipulator behind the scenes, and I'm, like, above Mematic or something, GG. What are they gonna do? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, like, walk up to them I mean, I can exist on the same plane as them, but I don't care. Just like, slap them. And then they're all dead. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be fully confident. They can't even hit me, to be honest. I'm just too fast. I mean, I could manipulate the plot so they just all, like, spontaneously combust, but I don't want to do that. I just want to walk up to them and slap them into dust. That's what I would do. All right, there's another one that, it's another Yun Lima Bean. So this is the Ohio CEO. There's another TikTok that he made. So
Hey, were you just trying to go to sleep in Ohio? Oh, that's okay. I just have to break your both legs.
All right, bye. Just a living. Good to have you
Let me get
here.
in my bag now. It's nothing personal, really, but sleeping in Ohio is just like super illegal. But don't worry, we're gonna fix you right up. I can't reach him. Can somebody get him out the bag? Can somebody get him out the bag?
Bro. What is that? The fucking bonsai dog or whatever? Bro.
Oh, you're finally up. Just in time. I just finished making your new legs. Are you ready to see them? Okay, say hello to your new legs.
Oh my gosh. I mean, he's a doctor now, so I was right about his IQ. He has a pretty IQ for Ohio. The Ohio CEO versus Goku. I don't know how Goku would deal with Ohio Force. Goku's IQ is too low. Like, even if we say equal stats, like, Goku would just be confused. He'd be trying to fight them, and it wouldn't work. Because just, Goku's like, I don't even know what would happen. I don't know how Ohio Force would interact, but that's the problem. I don't understand. I don't know if Goku can adapt to Ohio Force. He has a high battle IQ, but if the thing that he's trying to do, he can't, like, let's say he's trying to beat something, like get through a game in Ohio or something, like they force him into, like, a trial. Like, battle IQ is not getting him through that. His IQ is getting him through that. And Goku's IQ is too low to get through that, to be honest. Like, he could, on equal stats, he could beat up a lot. He might be able to beat up the Ohio CEO, because the Ohio CEO isn't that good of a fighter, if he could get close, but he's not getting close, basically. If it's not equal stats, the Ohio CEO destroys him. How strong is the biggest L? The biggest L is potentially, okay, I'm going to give the answer. I'm actually one of the manipulators of the memeverse. There's me, Hyperstrides, and Zero-chan, and we're all the manipulators. So we're actually above everyone. The only character who I'm slightly concerned of is Rick Astley, because he can Rickroll me, and that's light novel Rick Astley. That's my answer right there. I'm not trying to have a huge ego, but, like, I mean, all three of us are the manipulators behind the scenes. We kind of decide how strong these characters are, so we're kind of the writers, effectively. Alright. That's out of the way. I want to watch, I think Zero-chan released a video, so I want to get that. Oh, no, it's not, I don't think it's meme power scaling, but I might as well watch it. I am high mematic. Or if there's a tier above mematic, I'm above it. There's something that I want to make clear, and that is that the Ohio Final Boss is mematic universe level. Which is why I say that the Ohio CEO is mematic star level plus. Because the Ohio Final Boss is mematic, like, universe to multi-universe level. So that's the reason why there's actually tiers above him. Since I'm the author, I'm fairly sure I'd be mematic outerversal level, right? That's how it works. And that's kind of how I figure. So there's a lot of room for characters to be a lot stronger, right? There's like a whole system for characters to be stronger. And then if we even level up a tier, we have another tier, and it just continually goes that way.
Hey like to discuss a more serious topic, one
turn
that has
this
been
up.
affecting me and my channel for a while, and that's the overall state of the power scaling versus battle and anime debate community. Before I start, I will warn you that I won't be going in depth about any specific scenarios I personally haven't experienced. So if you're expecting more Seth exposing here, that's not what this video is for at all. I also want to say I don't expect or want the community to be sunshine, rainbows, and glitter. I expect people to be people, but I also think people lack common respect and decency that has made it impossible to associate with the community without putting yourself in literal physical
Types
or
of
mental danger.
civilization. Humans.
This is a topic that can be
I have
connected
COVID,
to
so
an overarching pitfall
I might know what you're
Seth
talking about,
allows
but
us
I
into.
can't
A
focus
major
on.
pitfall this seems to
I don't
plague
even
the
know
power
what you're
scaling
talking
community is
about.
toxicity and its overall
I mean,
acceptance, especially among debaters.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Let's say I propose the argument of Goku versus
I just
Saitama.
don't know.
Most people would argue Goku wins, likely a large majority, in fact. So if someone were to propose what we can call a well thought out argument for Saitama winning, since the mass majority agree that Goku wins, any comeback to this is typically accepted, especially those that are ad hominem or critique or insults directly towards a debater.
Okay, I will
or
after
related
this
to the
video.
topic. There are a lot of cases I've seen on Reddit communities and debate videos where someone will propose a point that is either controversial or not the accepted norm or even dumb by some standards, and they're countered with insults. slurs, or
Whoa.
some form of
No, I actually agree with this man so much here. I hate, especially in YouTube comments, how people just like, they just flock to these people. It's like, this is so bad in the One Piece community. I don't know if anyone, like, people just say stuff in the One Piece community. Shanks is stronger than Mihawk. Why? Why is Shanks stronger than Mihawk? Because. And it'll get likes. And then the likes ratio the other person, and they're not even heard. That happens all the time in a whole ton of communities on YouTube, to be honest. And there's actually good points that people make, but because some comments are more liked than others, people just choose to ignore them. Or they just choose to call the people who make the point dumb. Like, I saw someone trying to, like, debunk Kratos being outer versal in a YouTube comments, and he didn't even say anything. He just said he was a kid every time. The guy had points. I don't even know how to feel about Kratos being outer versal, but the guy who was talking about Kratos had actual points. So, I mean, you can't just say, oh, you're just a kid, right? You can't just say, kid, every time you're losing a debate or, you know, someone says something dumb that you feel is dumb, right? So there is a lot of that. But then the problem is that when you start talking to someone else, they get so toxic. When you start talking to someone else, they will insult you because even though you're making good points, they don't care. They make it a personal attack. Debates are not personal attacks. Debates are attacking the other person's points. And it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Generally accepted due to the majority simply wanting to be right. The ends basically justify the means. This is made very apparent in debate videos where people will call someone the R word, stupid, or even worse words just because they don't agree or propose a point that may or may not be applicable. This may
Agreed.
not seem like a major issue, but you must remember, these debates take place in front of hundreds of
Yeah,
thousands of
exactly.
people.
Objective debates. Objective debates where you go after the other person. That's not how you debate. That's not how you debate. Which is why I don't like debating randoms at all. I really don't like debating randoms. I would debate with friends if I had. Like, if I became friends with someone and we were both scalers, of course I'd debate them. Because we're just putting our points out there. We're not trying to be in conflict and all that. But when you talk to random people online, it's like I could challenge someone about Ichigo being that fast because in the novels there's actually stuff saying lightning speed. Like, I think it's like a spotter or something or lightning speed. Now, I don't know exactly. I haven't read the novels, but I've heard stuff. So let's say I bring up that point. They have to push back. They have to tell me exactly why the Espada are faster. They can't just insult me and say some ridiculous stuff and have the other goons in the call jump me. Or all team up on me. That's not how you do stuff. I find it dumb. And I don't even necessarily, I'm not even going to get into how I would scale Ichigo. It's just, if I'm trying to make a point, obviously I'm trying to, talk against this person. They just think you're dumb when you say something. You got to debunk the point. You can't just call someone like a slur or something.
A lot of times, people will
Anime
double
things
down,
think they
verbally
solo
assaulting
fiction,
someone
but in
simply
real life,
because
but they
know their
don't.
audience will relish
Yeah,
it
no, they do
and
not.
the
They're all
toxicity
sitting
because
at
they know
home
the person deserves
gaining
it.
50 pounds of weight every year.
I said I wouldn't talk about Seth, and I don't plan to talk about him much, but if you watch some of his past debates and even live streams regarding versus battles or debates, his responses are typically in a demeaning fashion towards the other party or even his audience. The cycle of toxicity seems to be accepted mainly because some people consider being an asshole to be either A, acceptable and even preferred behavior because it shows dominance, or B, it's brushed off as a persona. Luckily, I haven't experienced either of these too much, but I have dealt with extreme dogpiling and verbal abuse from strangers who simply didn't like me because of my argument. It's fine to disagree and to even think my reasoning is dumb, but calling people the F word or the R word or telling them to commit deceased is insane lengths to go because someone says, I don't know,
Agreed.
Saitama's planetary or something. These are fictional characters that people are using to publicly embarrass.
Yeah, I am.
other people
After this
of
video,
large
after this video,
audiences.
I'm gonna look it up.
This can easily result in anxiety, thoughts of inadequacy, and even forms of depression if a debate clip circulates enough that it affects your personal perception of yourself. I hate how dramatic this sounds because truly I'm not some snowflake or innocent man who hasn't faced, controversy on the internet, but this does happen a lot. Part of why I quit debating personally was due to the way people disrespected me carelessly and how I would also respond the same way instead of being the bigger person.
Yeah.
I know firsthand how this community can make you easily act out of character just to win some.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, to be honest, the way he's talking right now, this is really the only way to go in this community if you want to live. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. After Seth the Programmer got exposed, people thought the anime versus community was just, like, dumb. Or even the versus community, debate community in general. They were just like, how could you debate about a fictional character so much, right? They just thought that community was toxic and dumb. But now that all of this stuff is coming out, that this is happening, the only real way for you to actually survive as a YouTuber is to, like, go in this direction. Have debates where you don't have... I don't even honestly want to have a Discord where I would actually... If I was in a Discord and I had debates in a Discord, I would be the one controlling the debates. I would be like, all right, we give this guy this much time and then we mute him. And then we give this guy this much time and then we mute him. That's how I would be doing it because, like, to be honest, if you don't mute them, they just they just get toxic mid debate. I don't know. I don't think having toxic debates is the way to go currently.
As I grew as a person and a creator.
After all of this drama has been exposed to the
process.
average
I assume
person.
this is the same thought process as other creators who only do friendly debates with friends nowadays, like Spike Kage and Seth in the recent live stream, especially when things start to move into real life. Okay, for this section, we will step away from the actual debate and focus more on the aftermath. I touched on how having your reputation and ego diminished by a disrespectful debate can make someone feel mentally small. However, some people go to greater lengths whether they lose or win a debate. Since this hasn't happened to me personally, I won't linger on it, but there are multiple cases of doxing, threatening, and other unacceptable actions
cool
towards
at all.
people's personal lives and loved ones, simply to resort to the same dominance play we mentioned earlier. This dominance complex seems to stem from these debaters themselves wanting to be seen as a godlike threat of some sort, like their favorite anime characters. It's just my own theory, but it seems that it's accepted easily for the same reason. Everyone wants a villain who does bad things with no remorse. The issue is, this is cool in the show, but doesn't work in real life. Real people are faced with real dangers, consequences, merely because they disagree with you or proved you wrong in a debate over fictional characters.
Yeah.
I want to cover a few lighter topics that are equally as important, and that's the variety and expanse of power scaling content as a whole. There are a lot of people in this category of content creation. With that comes a lot of good and a lot of bad. We get to see amazing collaborations, animations, calcs, and pixel scaling that show off the impressive side of the community. On the other hand, we get made-up scans, malicious translations, and even stolen topics and thumbnail. In terms of that last one, the one I want to cover the most, a lot of small creators get severely shafted by larger ones when they take inspiration from their content without receiving credit. I personally have seen thumbnails, titles, and entire videos of mine copied without a sliver of credit. These things effectively stunt the growth of small creators who already must fight their way to the top, on top of struggling in debates, which should be fun and enjoyable, but aren't because of the over-domineering toxicity.
Imagine he's talking about me.
I want to end this video by saying not every power scaler or debater is a bad person. I've had the pleasure of meeting some wonderful people, and even in limited context, knowing them to be genuine and driven individuals. Some of these people I want to draw attention towards are Jobbers and Goons, Justin's Den, Chuck, and Six.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure you can isolate events from everyone I listed that fall into the aforementioned issues, but the difference is the growth these people show in their actions and content. I think we can all continue to improve and grow, because without this belief, I would have to admit that the dream of making my career this same hobby that I love is already dead and over. I have to also tell everyone who looks up to me and my content the same thing as well. Our community has gotten a bad rep for a while, whether it's the usual nerd emoji shit or the people calling out the actual issues. I like to make a change in going forward, and hopefully other creators will see this and follow through. Let's refocus on the passion and not trying to please your fans or win some type of internet brownie points via degrading or embarrassing other people. At the end of the day, this should all be fun for everyone. And it's
Agreed.
okay to sometimes want to be the guy that bases somebody, especially if they're being an asshole, but at the end of the day, let's just try to remember this is all fiction. Love you all.
Yeah.
If
All right.
you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like.
Good video. I'm gonna look up Type 7 Civilization Humans on YouTube now.
Has it ever occurred to you that we still haven't found aliens?
Is this-
not because they're
Is this
fiction,
video good or not?
because
It
they
has
move
views.
too fast. Even Earth-based objects can become invisible to the human eye if they dash at breakneck speed. What do you expect from super fast super civilizations? Professor
I don't
Robin Hansen
like how this
believes
guy's
that
talking,
if
but
extraterrestrial forms of life
it has a lot of
have
views.
mastered the skill of
It has a
moving
decent
at the
like to
speed of
dislike
light,
ratio, so
we won't be able to detect them until they get down to Earth. It turns out that to find aliens, we need to catch up with them in development as soon as possible. But will we be able to do that? In this video, you'll find out, should we be afraid of cyborgs? Can aliens invade Earth? And most importantly, why should humans hurry up with moving up the Kardashev scale?
all right. I might miss a point here because I still do have COVID. I'm not trying.
First
I mean,
of
I've
all,
used that as an
let's
excuse,
see
but
what the
I think it's a
Kardashev
pretty valid
scale
excuse.
is. In 1964, one Soviet scientist named Nikolai Kardashev devised a special scale, and that's exactly what will help us determine how developed another life form is. According to this scale, the level of progress that a civilization reaches depends upon the amount of energy it consumes and can produce. That's because the more advanced a society becomes, the more energy an average individual needs. This is well illustrated by the history of humankind. In the period from 1800 to 2015, Earth's population increased sevenfold. At the same time, total energy consumption grew 25-fold. But how is it possible to quench such a raging thirst if the world's resources aren't endless? That's right, the solution is to invent more alternative methods to generate renewable energy.
Oh yeah, didn't they have like, haven't they discovered like one of the secrets to like nuclear it was energy that comes from nowhere, right?
Original
It was
Kardashev
like
scale
nuclear energy and
included
stuff.
just
Oh,
three
no.
levels. A
I didn't read
Type
into
1
it enough.
civilization should be able to extract the maximum amount of energy produced by its own planet and wisely use all the energy coming from the nearest star. For this kind of society, natural phenomena like, for example, tsunamis and earthquakes are not terrible disasters, but rather another way to receive additional energy. At present, around 65% of all the planet's energy is still obtained through conventional methods. I mean, by using coal, crude oil, and natural gas. Do you see how far we are from becoming a Type 1 civilization? However,
Makes sense,
advanced
makes sense.
technology isn't the only feature typical for such a progressive society. In 1973, American astronomer Carl Sagan concluded that the basic qualities of a Type 1 civilization are absolute globalism and guaranteed easy access to all existing knowledge. Moreover, there should be a fully global economy with free markets where
That's
all
only Type
individuals
1?
can trade with whomever they want.
That's
without
only Type
governments
1?
meddling in their activities. A planet
I don't
where
even
all
think we're
countries
close
are
to that.
democracies promoting freedom of speech. Fortunately, if a civilization
The
of this
freedom
type
of speech.
appeared in our galaxy,
Go to China.
people
2
would
billion
be
people in China don't
at
have
the
freedom
end
of
the
speech.
day. Modern telescopes are already equipped with devices meant to see technosignatures, any observable manifestations of other life forms and their evolution.
I guess the good question is,
Although,
will we
even
ever
if
get
we
to Type
found them,
1?
It's hard to say whether they'd turn out to be peaceful neighbors or not. Being much more developed than humans, they could easily enslave us. But it's even scary to imagine what other more supreme beings
Not that
have in
video.
store.
Okay. Not this video. I should probably get like a, I mean, this one is like a full rundown on the situation. Yeah, so this one is just what if humanity was a
It
Type
will never be done. That some things are just
7 civilization, right? Yeah, so I mean,
impossible. But others recognize it as the ultimate endgame of existence, the final destination for life and everything. This is Unveiled. And today we're
maybe this
answering
video
the
is better.
extraordinary question: what if humanity was a Type 7 civilization?
Okay, yeah,
Are you a
okay.
fiend for
Surely,
facts?
surely,
Are
surely.
you constantly curious?
Surely!
Then why not subscribe?
This
to
video has,
Unveiled
like,
for more clips like this one.
Everything
Ring
that
the
we
bell.
need to know
Never traveled this far
about
Type 7 is all new territory and the absolute apex of this particular system. But first of all, how did we get here? As far as looking into the future goes, it makes for quite an incredible journey. So, for one last time, here's the recap. The Kardashev scale was devised by and takes its name from the Soviet astrophysicist Nikolai Kardashev, who first proposed it in 1964. It's a method of measuring how advanced any given civilization is or could become based on how much energy they're able to control and use. Kardashev initially imagined 3 levels to it, with Type 1 harnessing all the energy from its own planet, Type 2
Okay, this video
harnessing
should
all
be
the
better.
energy from its home star, and Type 3 all the energy from its home galaxy. There have been various estimations made about where humanity currently ranks on the scale, but the most often cited figure puts us at about 0.7. We still then need to master all of the energy from Earth before we can move on to the solar system and the Milky Way and beyond.
Makes sense.
Because in the years since, a number of levels have been added to the scale, notably Type 4, a civilization which harnesses all of the energy in the universe, and Type 5, where it's all of the energy in the multiverse. The standard models tend to end here, and indeed many don't actually go beyond Type 4 universal power. But as we
Ooh,
found out in our
okay.
previous episode, there
So this
are
is what we're
theories on
asking.
a Type 6, which would entail a civilization which exists outside of reality itself. It has complete and total power over the multiverse, and is able to bend and shape space-time and all the laws of physics to its will. To our minds, a Type 6 society would consist solely of godlike beings. But, according to some extremely forward-thinking models, there is still one paradigm shift left for us to make. Type 7. How would or could Type 7 differ from Type 6? Well, there are 2 main major upgrades that it's theorized to make. The first is that we're now dealing with what's usually known as the Omniverse. The Omniverse is totally and completely everything. It's also infinite. Any structure or concept or idea or dimension you can think of, or any other civilization type after you could think of, the Omniverse contains. It's unmatched, unparalleled, and unsurpassable. While Type 6 exists outside of the reality of a relatively simple multiverse, which is certainly impressive, an omniversal being collects even the content of their superior minds and condenses all of that knowledge and information into one final, all-encompassing data point, a Type 7 existence. There is a paradox in play, though, because of the infinite all-powerful position we've now taken. By now, the energy usage criteria we've applied to each and every level before this dissolves into, well, nothingness. We're so far beyond the question of energy potential at this stage. Now it's all about information and understanding. And a Type 7 has it all within itself, which means, because there is nothing else beyond it, a Type 7 essentially creates itself. It's a fluid, constant entity. There is nothing else higher up that can have dominion over it. And that's what sets up the second major upgrade. That a Type 7 civilization wouldn't really be a civilization at all.
that's the rundown. So let me go back to the original question. How powerful is Type 7 civilization? Humans, okay. Give me a second. I gotta recall some stuff. All right. So then, they would be they would be I think they'd be I don't want to get this wrong. I'm a little bit confused right now because I still have a little bit of COVID, but from what I'm seeing here, I think aren't they outerversal at that point, right? So wouldn't humans at that point be outerversal? I think that's it. I mean, I could be wrong. At that point, I don't take that for 100%. You should get someone else's opinion on that, but I'm pretty sure that beings at that point are outerversal. I think. I mean, oh, I'm hungry and tired, so I could be completely wrong here, but think, I think, I think it's outerversal. I think a being that exists above the omniverse is outerversal. I mean, I could be completely wrong here, but yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure that'd be outer. A type Omega civilization. I'm a little bit. I maybe I'll check that off. I'll check it out off stream. Honestly, I'll finish that video and everything, and I'll go through all of them. But I'm fairly sure. Yeah, I'm fairly sure because they're above the omniverse and everything. They're like low outer. I think that's what we're talking about here. Could be lower, but I'm pretty sure they're low outer. I'm fairly sure. But I gotta go here, and it's been an hour, and that's what I was originally going for. So I'm gonna have to end the stream off here because I have to do something. So I will be streaming next week, hopefully, and